welcome to week 3. This is Monday motivation, Monday mindset change. We want you to have a focus for the week to really keep you going on this journey, whether you're just starting or you've been with us for a few weeks. All of this information that we share each Monday is designed to help you to push past those battles that a lot of it can be won in changing our mindset. And so what I'm going to be sharing today is based on, a lot of it will be based on Mel Robbins. She is a best-selling author, and she developed a book called The 5-Second Rule. And so one thing that she talks about is how it's very common for us in our day-to-day life to talk about when someone asks, how are you doing? And you say, fine. How are the kids? Fine. How's work? Fine. And fine doesn't really describe what is going on for you. And what happens is we tend to use that same sort of verbiage when we think about ourselves and our goals that we're going after. And it can become really easy for us to just convince ourselves that we're just fine with not getting the results that we want, the things that we really want to go after in life, whether it's health related or not. We tend to just become slowly okay with not getting it. And I think that one thing you really have to be clear about when you're going for a goal is to not just be okay with having things be fine, right? It's not that we have to be perfect, but it's about really setting your intention to go after what you want. And so the reason why you might not have gotten it yet up till now is because you haven't pushed yourself, and you have areas in your life that you need some support. You need to have a different way of looking at things. And one of those ways, what I really like about Mel Robbins is she talks about how our brain works, and she really goes into detail and shares research about that. And basically what she talks about is how our brain tends to go on autopilot. We tend to like to stay in our comfort zone. We'll have an idea, maybe we're at a party and we see someone that seems interesting and we want to talk with them. We'll have the idea in our mind, but when it comes to actually taking action and moving towards that person, if we don't move or take some kind of action within the first 5 seconds, then we're probably not going to ever do it. Or maybe we have an inkling that we should reach out and email someone, maybe an old friend, and we have that thought, 5 seconds passes, we don't do it, we don't take action, that idea just kind of dies, right? And so I think that's something we can use even when it comes to getting out of bed in the morning. So she talks about how you get out of bed in the morning is the very first decision that you make of the day. And so to make it intentional. So do you tend to hit the snooze button 5 times before you get out? Do you tend to linger in bed and just kind of think about it and just, the bed's warm, I don't want to get out of bed? Or do you just make the step to force yourself out of bed? Boom. The alarm goes off and you turn it off and you get up. And so she talks about how even changing how you get out of bed in the morning makes a difference. Now, most of us don't want to just bounce out of bed, but we're forcing ourselves. It's just kind of like, we have to force ourselves to do things that we really don't want to do. I mean, look at, even if you're a parent and you're watching a child and they want to watch TV the whole time. Well, that's not good for them. We have to be the one to say, hey, you need to get off the TV, right? So it's just like that we're asking someone to do something that they don't want to do. So really what we have to do when we're pushing towards that next level is we have to force ourselves and get past the idea of waiting for that feeling to occur and waiting for us to feel like working out or feel like cooking that healthy meal or feel like meal prepping. If we just keep waiting for that, we're going to be pretty disappointed because it's not probably going to happen. And so she really talks a lot about anything that you can do to switch your brain from autopilot out of that into taking steps, taking action right when you initially have it in your mindset. So whether that's you take action to do it right then, or if you schedule it to do it later, you're taking some kind of physical act to pair up with that idea. You're going to be more successful. And so I think that we can definitely apply this to our fitness and waking up in the morning. And one thing that she suggests is counting backwards from 5. So like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just like rocket ship. And then if if after you get to 1, then you take action. You take a step. You force yourself out of the comfort zone. You get out of your head. You're able to move past your feelings and really get to what you want. So she's saying that your problem is not really in the ideas, because we have great ideas about what we want to accomplish, right? Especially when you think about 2019 and all the great ideas of what you want to have happen throughout the year. The problem is not lack of ideas, it's lack of action. And so just look at your day-to-day decisions and what is something that you can do this week to push yourself out of your comfort zone, and see, that's where the magic happens. When you get out of your comfort zone and you try something new, something that's different, but it has a great response. And so even being a part of this group is out of your comfort zone. And so we applaud you for being a part of this. And so really looking at that. And the other thing I wanted to touch on that she also mentions in a lot of her trainings is how it's really easy to get sidetracked with all sorts of media on your phone. And so she doesn't recommend having your phone right by your bed. She recommends plugging your phone in a little bit farther away, so you have to get up in order to either turn off the alarm or get up in the morning, because a lot of people will sit in bed and waste valuable time checking emails and checking Facebook and things like that. And so the first thing that you do in the morning, she recommends that you not be on your phone, reading news and all of that, that you do something else first and get up out of bed, get moving, and then you can do some of those things. But the first thing you do in the morning is really important of how you start your day. And so it's a great tip, because if you plug your phone in a little farther away, then you have to get up. Otherwise, you might wake up your partner or wake up the kids. So I think that that's a great tip, and one that I've been using. And it really helps you be more accountable with your time, because that can be a great time waster. You guys, I was really, it was last week, and I did that very thing where I was on my phone, I was checking stuff, and I realized 20 minutes had gone by. And then I started to think, with this new Transform 20, my workout could have been done. And what did I really accomplish in that 20 minutes? What did I really gain? Do I feel more joy after those 20 minutes? No, I really didn't. I don't even remember what I was doing, so it really wasn't that important. So you guys, just being intentional with those things. And so when we say, I don't have time to meal prep, or I don't have time to go grocery shopping for those things, or to make that meal, or to work out, you guys, we have the time. We all have the same number of hours in a day. It's just, what are we doing with that time? So maybe that means you make a log this week of kind of how you're spending your day, so you can really look back and not being judgmental with yourself, but just really just kind of looking at and building awareness of, like, how do I spend my time, and how do I feel with how I spend that time? Is that bringing me joy? And if it's not, then what can I fill that time up with that's different? And so just encouraging you guys to try the 5-second rule this week. Try plugging your phone in somewhere farther away, and trying to keep a time log of how you spend your time. And I'll be curious to hear what you guys think. Have a great week. I'll talk with you soon.